Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lovecraft from the MoonCraft server. And if you watched last episode, you know where we are right now. We are in the very beginning stages of our mega base. That's right, we started the massive terraforming project that will eventually be the base for our mega base. Today, we're going to start the episode by continuing the terraforming process. Let's jump into it. Well, it is definitely coming along. That took a few hours. This is a very tedious process. So in the last episode, I kind of talked about how I like to freehand everything and all that, and building in survival is so easy. Well, yeah, it's kind of a little bit tricky when you're trying to build, downward, and you have like a lot of blocks to place. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because you have to put a little bit of a scaffolding, and unfortunately, since we're over water, using actual scaffolding can be a little tricky. Like, we would have to place down probably lily pads work the best. Put lily pads down, put a block down, and put the scaffolding on top of that, and then just continue to do it over and over and over again. So instead of doing that, what we're doing is just grabbing some dirt and bridging out, and then just placing the stone bricks upward. And yeah, it's quite a long process. Anyways, it's coming along, and we'll definitely get to the rest of the base. But before we do that, I think we're going to actually start to form a bit of a cove area. I'm thinking that we bring like a strip of land out to like here from this entrance to our mega base. So each gate to our like mega base city thing is probably going to be like where each of these ends of this X that we have in the middle of our base here go out to these flat surfaces. It will be easier to do like giant gates in this, like, I think it's like 18 blocks. Yeah, so it's like the biggest straight part of the circle. And yeah, so it's harder to do diagonal gates. And I think we're going to do like water elements on the diagonal corners. So yeah, it's not really a corner because it's a circle. Anyways, what we're going to do is bring this out that way, and then we're going to go all the way from this side right here and build a giant like landmass that goes all the way over there as well, and creates a bit of a cove. Probably going to use these two islands right here as like where we're going to bring the land out to. So that should be fun, but unfortunately, guys, we have completely run out of dirt, and yeah, in the last episode we got lots and lots of stone, but not so much dirt. So we're gonna have to head out somewhere where there's no one and grab some dirt. I've just kind of been using the area by my guardian farm for that, and yeah, it's been working out. I don't think anyone's gonna be building over there, and if they do, it's not that crazy. They'll just have to place some dirt down, I guess. But yeah, let's go grab a couple shulker boxes and get started. Guys, so I'm bringing you back in at the mega base. We are back. We got our dirt, we got our stone. All of these chests behind me are filled with those two items, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable that we could get a majority of those land masses completed in today's episode. So we're gonna have to get started because it's gonna be a massive project, and I like the idea that I had for it, and I just really want to get it down. You know, when you got a thought and you just got to put it down on paper. Well, I'm like that on Minecraft, which is actually why we've started our mega base a little bit prematurely. We still got to make a gold farm and a wither rose farm, but yeah, I got a cool idea for it, and I want to get it on the game. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think that this episode's gonna be a little time-lapse heavy, but you know what? That's just how we do things these days. It's hard not to when you have massive projects and huge ideas that are bigger than, bigger than they should be. Yep. So we see this landmass over here. It kind of draws out and slopes down. I think it's going to be something similar, but I think we're going to maintain like a decent height going out to those little islands I showed you guys a little bit earlier in today's episode. Yeah, so it's going to lead out to this island and connect, and then eventually go out to like this island here, and then all of this water is going to stay open, and we're going to create a bit of like a port area, maybe put some ships in there. I don't know, I've never built ships in Minecraft, so I guess I should go look some up or practice or something. And since it's a one-piece build, we're probably going to have some one-piece ships in it, to be honest, and that would be a lot of fun because like I said, favorite show, so it should be fun. I'm excited to get to work on that, so you know what, that's enough talking. Let's jump right in to time-lapse mode. Hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. It was super fun to do and very, very tedious. As you can see, we even got the little, slopage and the little dirt falling down from the cliff. And I think it looks super cool. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff in this area. We got a lot more work to do. It is a mega base after all, and that means a mega amount of builds. We do have a pretty solid little area here for a port. So I was thinking we put some kind of tower here, some kind of tower here, and then have an area open, obviously, for ships to come through. And I'm working on a design for that in my head at the moment, so we'll get to that. But this little island right here, or I guess like outcrop of land, I guess, that creates like a natural barrier to our mega base, which would be super cool. Well, it leads to this point right here. So right here where you can see these blocks sticking out, this is like right in line with this, part of the X of the circle, and we are going to put a big old arch here, and then we have the exact same thing on this side over here. It goes all the way down and ends up there as well. So we'll have two separate entrances to our mega base city thing area that we'll get to soon. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. As I was building this, you know what I realized? I realized that I not only drew inspiration from, One Piece and other things of, islands and giant ports and stuff like that, but you know what this this little arc really reminds me of, like this big area? Well, it's something that we've already done in this series so far. Let's see if you notice the similarities between this and this. Our starter village. That's right, our seaside starter village. It kind of has like these two outcropping areas, but as I'm flying around this little area, well, it's a lot smaller actually. At least I think it is. I don't know. And maybe it looks smaller because there's already a bunch of builds on it. It's just kind of funny that it ended up that way. Totally unplanned. And even like the terraforming on the edges and stuff. I guess it was good practice because I think the mega base is going to look even cooler. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll put some icebergs out in the ocean. And it looks like our elytra is being destroyed slowly. So we're going to be coming back here in the next episode. That's right, guys. We're going to try and rock out some stuff around here because, like I said, we don't want to actually move into our mega base until we finish all the things on the task board, and we got a few left. So we need to make sure we are being, effective and getting our gold farm, our wither rose farm, because we're going to need lots of black dye and, wither roses probably. And we still have to finish decorating the interiors and a few other things. We got to put a build over this iron farm. It's a big it's a big area. It's another mega project. Lots of mega. We also have to finish this roof, and I got to be honest, I've been putting this off for a very long time, like 2 months almost. Yeah, quite a while. But yeah, we do have a few more things to cover up. And then we just got to add some paths and a few other things. I was considering putting, a few houses and villages back here and stuff. But you know what? I don't think it really needs it. I mean, if we run out of stuff to do at our mega base, which I don't think we will, it's a pretty big area. We can end up doing that. But, that's probably way far in the future. I don't think we need to do that for, our starter village's sake. Anyways, we are going to head back to the mega base to finish off today's episode and just talk about what our plans are for the future and the next couple episodes. But before we do that, I'd like to say one thing I really like to do when I'm building something is fly around and look at it and make sure it looks good from an angle, especially when you're doing a massive build and you create a lot of the really cool looking parts of the build by using scale. So it's a lot easier to make something look good if it's giant because you can add a little detail and, pushing something out one layer makes a big difference a lot of the time. So I kind of fly around and look at it over and over and over again. And what that means is our elytras are all broken. We need to fix them. Obviously, 2 of them aren't enchanted. The one we have on us right now is about to get destroyed as well. But you know what? I think we have a few here from our end raid. Yep, we got 3 more. I think this is all the elytras we have, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to throw some enchantments on them, get them all healed up, and then, yeah, get back to work. And while we're here, I got something super cool to show you guys. While we were building our mega base, obviously it is in an ocean, and we spent a lot of time under the water, fighting off drowns, trying to, put all that stone down, which I got a cool technique I'm going to show you guys in a little bit of how we got that done. But we got ourselves our very first trident of the world. I don't even think we had a trident in our Java Lovecraft world. That's super cool. But as you can see, it's got like 9 durability. Yeah, that's rough. It's got Unbreaking 2 on it, and you know what? Normally I would go straight for channeling, but I think we need some loyalty and Riptide. I think you can put both of those on a trident. We're going to find out, but we definitely need Unbreaking and Mending on it for sure. So this is going to be a super cool trident, and I think Riptide would be the smarter decision just because we are going to be spending a lot of time in and around water out at our mega base. So it should help us launch from the water because it's kind of annoying to try and launch out of the water with Elytra sometimes. And you also end up using durability that you don't really need to when you're swimming around. So I guess I'll get this thing enchanted up, and we got a bunch of Elytra we need to fix up as well. So I guess change of plans. We're going to head over to the Guardian farm and get all this stuff mended. And yeah, then we'll head back to the mega base and talk about the expansion process. So we are here in the Guardian farm. We have pretty much finished all of our mending, and let's check it out. So in the gearbox, if we pull that out, we have a bunch of fully enchanted, ready to go Elytras, which is great. We finished mending all of our pickaxes and shovels and stuff like that. And we also finished the trident. That's right. As you can see, it's got some enchants on it. We got Unbreaking 3, Impaling 5, Riptide 3, and Mending. So unfortunately, we can't throw it for some reason because we have the Riptide on it. But if we head up to the water, we should be able to use it to fly around a little bit. Well, launch ourselves, I guess. So yeah, look at that. Super cool, but it's really cool when you're leaving the water. Yeah, get some height, a little bit of height, not too crazy. So you can use it to get a little bit of air and use it as kind of a launching point for your Elytra, which is cool. So as you can see, we get up pretty high, and from here we can just fly around. So that's a super cool thing about tridents. There's also, a bunch of other cool stuff that tridents can do. I don't know if we can add channeling onto it, which lets us summon lightning during thunderstorms, and then we could also put loyalty on it, but we need another trident for that because we can't put all those different enchants on a trident all at once, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we should get some use out of the Riptide trident. And if we don't, and we can't find another trident, then I suppose we'll just have to kill a bunch more drowns to get them, or we can throw it in the grindstone and unenchant it. We really need to do something about this ceiling here, but not today. All right, so let's head back to the mega base and get some work. So we're back at the mega base in our newly formed Cove area, and as you can see, I've been working on a little bit of stuff off camera. Nothing super crazy. We just got like these arches done. I like the shape of them. I'm not 100% sure if they're big enough, but as you're walking up to them, it's a pretty good size, and farther away it doesn't look as huge, but we're going to put a giant wall around this entire thing, this circle area at least, and I think it will be cool and the scale will be okay. And I've been messing around with a bit of a design here, and I don't like it at all. So this is all going to come down. We might do something along these lines. However, this isn't quite what I was imagining. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out, but, we can take what we learned and do a better job. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And something I'm also thinking about putting on all of these doors is a redstone contraption. Oh, wow, arrow right in the face. Yep, so we're thinking about doing a redstone door on all 4 sides. Something I haven't really done, to be honest, but having a super cool piston door every time we enter the mega base on foot would be super, super fun. And, any weary travelers coming in from the sea, their long sea voyage would totally be worth it when they want to go visit our little Water 7-esque base, and they have this massive, crazy door to open up before their eyes. You can also see over here, we did a little bit of something. We just messed around with a little bit of a palette. I don't really think it's going to be like for a whole build or anything. And I also don't know what we're going to put down here because the level of like the city is actually going to be at this level. So all of this is going to get covered up. However, I do think we might put something down here. I mean, why not? It's going to be a giant, massive space. Originally, I was thinking, you know, like a giant storage system on this level, but I haven't decided yet. We opened this up, so our mine is down there. We might put like a super crazy beacon with all the different effects. But yeah, that's for the future. So for expansion, I think we need to get this wall done pretty quickly to get it all the way around, and then fill this entire thing in. And I'm putting it off a little bit, but we still have some terraforming to go. I got to fill this in, and I still have to do all of the terraforming around this area. Although I do like to break up the design a little bit, like we did over there, and the cove that we worked on in today's episode. So we might have a little bit of a variation over here. Not really sure what it would be. Maybe some giant iceberg spikes here or something. I don't know. Let me know if you have any thoughts. If not, we're probably just going to end up completing like the pattern like we have here. Obviously, it needs a little bit of work, and I didn't show you guys the other side of the cove because yeah, we didn't finish it. And we actually wasted a bunch of materials by building this, because underneath this I don't really plan to do anything with. It's basically just an unintentional mob farm. Yep, so that is the idea for the next couple episodes. Get this wall done, start to fill it in, and I would really, really like to put a couple boats here. So if you're a fan of the One Piece series, let me know which boats you kind of like to see. I definitely want to put, obviously, the Going Merry. I mean, it's the Water 7 arc after all. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check it out. Or don't, and just, you know, enjoy watching. You don't have to know anything about it to enjoy the building process, because after today's episode it's going to be completely different, because Water 7 doesn't have this. Anyways, I think that's pretty much going to be it. We did collect some resources from our Guardian farm. As you can see, we got a lot of sea lanterns, which is super cool. I also spent some time in the Mesa biome and collected a couple of shulker boxes full of terracotta. We got a few nether quartz and bone blocks and stuff, just to kind of mess around with some pallets in this area. I think would be cool. Although I don't really know what style we're gonna do. I think it's gonna be multiple styles, because like I said, the idea for this base is that it's constantly falling into the water, and then like the older civilization is gonna be under the water, and you know, the stuff that was, you know, maybe 100 years ago is gonna be on the outer parts of the island, and then the modern, well, you know, comparatively modern area will be in the middle here, where they have the nicest architecture and then probably more expensive blocks. So that's probably gonna be, you know, a little longer. We're probably just gonna use like stone and bricks and stuff like that on the outer parts of the island, and then when we get into the middle here, I plan on using a lot of white blocks. Pretty much all the white blocks are expensive other than snow. So you got like quartz, concrete, iron blocks, stuff like that. I would like to make like the outer wall white or something, or at least have like panels of white, like Water 7, but I haven't fully decided. And as you can see, I did kind of use stone for these arches, but they're probably gonna, you know, get completely redone, and we're just gonna utilize the shape that we came up with. Anyways, that's it for today's episode. Let me know if you guys enjoyed, and if you like the massive scale project we have started and really got some work done. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're excited to see even more content from the MoonCraft server. In the next episode, we should be heading back to the starter village base and get some of the interior work done and design. We might even get a farm done. I don't know. We'll see. But that's it for me today, guys. That's gonna do it. So make sure you hit that like button, the bells, all the good stuff. You know how it goes. I'll see you next time. Bye.